the Blu-ray Hunter. I'm the Blu-ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and I'm here to give you guys my end of the month pickups. And before I go into that, I want to apologize. I know I haven't really been doing anything with this channel for a while, and that's because I just shot some of a short film. I'm finishing up, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. We're finishing it up on the 9th. And so I've been really busy with that, as well as I've been busy with the Indie Film Cafe and a bunch of the podcast stuff that I'm doing. You can find out about all of this stuff through sickflickproductions.com, my website. So before I get into too much, I just want to let you guys know I have a lot of movies to talk about. So here we go. It's like, I think, if I remember correctly, I had like 64 titles. So that's a lot of movies to go through. So this may take a while. This may be shorter than I'm expecting, but we'll see. We'll find out. That's the beauty of this stuff. You never know. First off, I want to talk before I get into this. This is going to be my Scares That Care collection. These are stuff I got from Scares That Care in August this year. So, this is where I got this one from this lady who was selling a bunch of Blu-rays. Her Blu-rays were a little bit more expensive than I wanted them to be, and I mean, normally I wouldn't have even bought this one for that price, but chose to do it anyway because, why not? It's Birdemic, Shock and Terror. We're actually doing this on this Sunday as a part of Indie Film Cafe, and it's going to go on in a couple weeks or whatever, so that's pretty cool. And then next is Chiller. Okay, so the rest of these I got from Fuzzy Monkey Films. They had a bunch of Brad Twigg, who does Fuzzy Monkey Films, has a bunch of Blu-rays and DVDs for sale. So I took advantage of what I could and did. Chillerama's one of them. And it's what's so cool about this is that it's got like the reversible slip. You could do that, or you could do that. I'm actually going to put it back this way because I really don't like that reverse, especially since they don't have, on this part it doesn't say Chillerama. So, but yeah, so there you go, Chillerama. I really like this. I rewatched this recently and was pretty. I was still laughing my butt off. I had forgotten it, so that's kind of cool. All right, then Clown, which I have not seen in a while, but I have seen it before. It's like Eli. It says from Master of Terror, Eli Roth, but he did not. It says directed by John Watts. He's the guy who did, I believe he did Spider-Man: Homecoming. Clown was something that John Watts had made this movie I think it was like a short film or something, like a trailer, and it said something from director Eli Roth, and it got all the way out there, and people thought it was a real thing, and it was just a trailer to a fake movie, and Eli Roth found it and said, "Oh my God, that'd be awesome! I would love to produce it, I guess." And so he ended up producing this movie, and it's about a guy who ends up finding this clown costume and ends up becoming this killer clown. From the costumes, gets possessed by the costume, which is a little weird, but a lot of fun. I enjoy this movie. You'll notice a lot of times I get clown horror films and stuff like that, and I kind of like them. I do it more for DVDs and stuff. There's more clown DVDs. Another one I got is Don't Kill It by Dolph Lundgren. I have not seen this yet. It looks okay. He's a demon killing person. So does he kill him with a shotgun or something? I don't know what that is. Some kind of weapon. It's some kind of shotgun thing. I don't know. It looks okay. Mike Mendez though. Mike Mendez. That's awesome. I like Mike Mendez. He's a pretty good director. So looking forward to that. Then Gravy. With the reversible slip, which I do like that one, but I do like this one better, which is the more traditional one or whatever, Gravy. I prefer that one, but basically, Gravy we did a review of on Indie Film Cafe, so you can check that out. I liked it. I thought it was really good. If you haven't seen it, it's basically directed by the guy who acts in Psych, or acted in Psych. And it's basically his directorial debut. It's a horror comedy about these cannibals who take over this restaurant and kind of kidnap the people in this restaurant and force them to basically become their meal or whatever. It's funny. It's got some funny moments. It's got like Sarah Silverman in like a really weird role, and it's just kind of goofy and fun. House of a Thousand Corpses. This was part of. You'll see a bunch of like Rob Zombie stuff. When I saw all his Rob Zombie movies, I wanted to pick them up because there was a bunch that I did not have. The only one I did have was Devil's Rejects and both Halloween movies. So then there's Infested, which is interesting because when I got it at Scares I Care, I went up to Zach Galligan, who's in Infested, and I mentioned something to him, and he kind of joked around about it. Like, he's like, you know, it's a B movie, you know, it's supposed to be fun, you know, kind of thing. It's goofy. I think he was hoping it would be a little bit more serious than it ended up becoming. But I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. I'm excited to check it out. But I guess we'll see. Lords of Salem, which I do remember watching, and like remember I'm on that Rob Zombie, like trying to buy all the Rob Zombie stuff, so I had to get it for the collection of Rob Zombie. But honestly, that was like one of my least favorite Rob Zombie things. Some Rob Zombie projects. Muck, which I just watched recently, and it was okay. It was not the greatest movie of all time. In fact, for a movie that like talks about Kane Hodder being in the movie or something, like it said in Kane, you know, like a special appearance by Kane Hodder. And really, Kane's in it for like a minute, you know, it feels like he's really not in it for very long. And you would never know. Like, I just watched a movie called Charlie's Farm, and he had a bigger part in that than this one. And in fact, I was disappointed by this because I know, like, they set it up where it could have like Muck 2 or something, or Muck Part 2. And the problem is, if the movie doesn't do that well and to begin with, it doesn't get a sequel. So you should not make a movie thinking, oh my god, this is going to get a sequel. You should go into it thinking, you know, how do I end it where it just ends there? And unfortunately, this does not do that. It kind of leaves you hanging a little bit. And you're supposed to kind of leave hanging, like wondering if there's going to be a sequel or whatever. And I don't think there ever will be, and that's the sad thing. Honestly, didn't think it was that great, so would I watch a sequel of it? I don't know. It'd have to blow me out of the water from just the trailers. All right, so this is my last Rob Zombie one, which is 31. I like this. I like this a lot more than I thought I would. Actually, I was a little worried because I had heard mixed reviews about it. Basically, it's about these people that kidnap these, like, I guess, I don't know what they are, because I can't tell what time period it is. I mean, I believe it's now, but they act like it's almost like white trash, redneck, like hippie kind of stuff or whatever at times. But they get kidnapped and they get forced to play this game called 31. I guess it's called 31 because it's the Halloween. But basically, they have a certain amount of time. If they survive before the last person kills them, they don't even know what happens because nobody's ever survived it. That's the kind of thing. And so these, you know, my favorite character in the whole thing was played by, so what's his name? God. Richard Brake. Richard Brake played my favorite character in the whole thing. Basically, he dressed up like this really kick-ass person and like kind of clownish kind of thing, and a lot of them are dressed up like clowns, which is a little weird. I almost expected to see Captain Spaulding in this movie or something, and I almost feel like it would have been cool if they did that, but whatever. It was cool to see like Malcolm McDowell in a really odd role. Like if you watch that movie, you know what I'm talking about. And then We Are Still Here is the last. So this is the last. These are like all 11 of my films here that I bought from Scares I Care. We Are Still Here. I think Barbara Crampton's in this movie. Let's see. Barbara Crampton. Is that all? I know. Yeah. Barbara Crampton is like the main person in this. I'm excited to see this. I have not seen it yet. I know it's on like either Netflix or something or Hulu or one of those things. But I think it's Netflix, and I just haven't. Been too busy looking at other stuff. So sorry. But now that I own it on Blu-ray, I may check it out at some point. All right. So my next ones are from Barnes and Noble. So here we go from Barnes and Noble. And 2 of them are Criterion that I got this month, and then the rest are, or the other 3 are AFIs. So, okay. So first off is City Lights, which I think is also AFI, so I should have done that second. But also Day for Night. I've been wanting to see Day for Night for a while. It's probably my first foreign movie I ever actually owned, except for, Seven Samurai. So this is like the second foreign film that I own. Really excited to check it out. And City Lights, Chaplin. I mean, can't really go wrong with Chaplin. Always really good. So then let's go into my AFI movies. So I was gonna do this thing where I reviewed all the AFI movies. I was gonna do like the top 50 or something. Not gonna do that anymore because I think it's just something that I'll do reviews of the films at some point, but I don't want to just keep doing all the reviews of everything. But I do like picking these up, so I'm gonna try to pick up as many as I can. Like one day I do hope to own all 100 on the AFI. But I've got Casablanca now, which I'm really excited to rewatch. I have not seen this in forever. I do remember really, really liking it. And it's got like commentaries and I think, 2 separate commentaries. One with Robert Ebert, who does a commentary. Was it for... Yeah, he does one for Casablanca too. So there's commentary on all of these. So Casablanca, Citizen Kane, Roger Ebert did a commentary on Citizen Kane as well. And Gone with the Wind. So, there you go. I don't know. I've heard this like 4 hours or something. 233 minutes. That's a long time. So I'm gonna eventually watch it when I have some time to kill, or I can like break it up into like 2 2-hour segments or something. Like one day 2 hours, another day another 2 hours, something like that. All right. So next, King of Comedy and Friday the 13th 1 through 8. 8 movie collection. These I got both from Amazon. So I just did my Scares I Care and my Barnes and Noble, and these are my Amazon ones. And I watched Friday the 13th. I watched King of Comedy recently too. Rewatched it and loved it. Still love it. It's one of those movies that actually, I posted on Facebook about it. And it got a good amount of responses about it because people never really think about how much like King of Comedy really works for today's age, especially with media. People are crazy when it comes to media and fame and trying to get famous, YouTube famous, and all these different things. And I mean, this was a time where media was becoming like the biggest thing in the world, and people wanted to be the next Johnny Carson or the next David Letterman or whatever, or Jerry Lewis even. And so it was really cool to see this again. And Robert De Niro, oh my God, his role as Rupert Pupkin was just amazing. He's just so creepy. And my favorite scene involves like a beach house. So if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If not, I didn't really spoil anything for you. So look up King Comedy Beach House scene and on YouTube, and oh my god, that scene just drives me, just gives me goosebumps. And does such a great job in it. Okay, also the eight movie collection. Sadly, okay, so I wanted to show you guys how this is packaged. So it's got, well, part 1 is in there somewhere. Like is at my, is in my room. I think it's still in the Blu-ray player. Friday the 13th, part 2, then part 3, then part 4, the final chapter. Then 5 and 6 are on one disc, and 7 and 8 are on another disc. And all of them come with like special features. The only ones that don't have commentary are number 2 and 3, which kind of sucks. Like, I would have loved to hear Steve Miner's commentary. I'm guessing he just doesn't like to be a part of this anymore, which is kind of a bummer. Maybe they'll do another special edition Blu-ray and have that in there. So, speaking of Steve Miner, because I believe he did, yep, he directed Halloween H2O. So these are all my other places that I've gone to ones. And then I've got 2 other big piles. So we're going to go into this, which is H2O, Halloween H2O, Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers, and Halloween Resurrection. So these are all 3 of the, like, kind of newer, before Rob Zombie Halloweens. I wanted to get this. Now I'm actually planning to get the Halloween box set at some point, probably close to October. I'm going to get the Halloween box set, and it's going to have all of these with like special features too, because these don't actually have special features on them. So I'm going to probably sell this on to like Second and Charles or something, get some credit, because I don't think I'm going to be looking at these. Even though I just bought this month, this past month, it's just, yeah, whatever. So, alright. Then I got the Kingsman, the Secret Service, the first one. I will eventually get the second one. I gotta watch this first. I have not seen it yet. I've heard so many people say awesome things about it, just haven't had a chance. And then these I got both from Goodwill. I'm gonna go back to Goodwill. Their Blu-ray selection is not that good at my Goodwill. I'll have to go check out some other Goodwills around, like in Newport News maybe, or something, because the one in Williamsburg they don't get enough Blu-rays. They get a few, and they're just not that interesting of titles. I know they had Despicable Me 2, so when I go back I may get that, but I don't even have Despicable Me 1, so it's kind of weird to have part 2. But Angels and Demons, and this is a pretty cool set. This has like 2 discs, like one disc right here, another disc for the special features, and then a disc, a digital disc with the soundtrack. So that's pretty cool, like with music by Hans Zimmer. So that's pretty cool. And then this one is 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves. I'm kind of excited to check this out. I've never seen it, but it looks pretty awesome. Just interesting to see like Keanu Reeves as a samurai. Like, I remember when Tom Cruise was in The Last Samurai, and I was just like, that's just weird to me. Like, you know, I believe more of Keanu Reeves as a samurai or something than Tom Cruise. So I'm kind of excited to see this. I don't understand why they do these movies. Like, why they do a movie. It's like Dances with Wolves made more sense than like a samurai. Like, they're trying to do like Dances with Wolves action movie with, you know, samurais instead of Indians, so, or Native Americans. There you go. All right. Now we start. Ooh. All right. Now, oh my goodness, this is gonna be messy down here because I've got a lot to get through here. Oh, this is the big one. So I'm doing it sort of in order of when I picked everything up. Maybe things were a little mixed up or whatever when I picked things up, because I didn't pick everything up at the same, like I didn't go from, Amazon and then here and then Target or whatever, because that's where I picked up the Kingsman one. But this is all 7-Eleven. And these were not, so these first two that I got from 7-Eleven, one was at one in Fort Monroe. This was the one I got in Fort Monroe. It's got Dirty Harry and Magnum Force, two of the Dirty Harry movies, which is pretty cool because I've never even seen any of them, and I have them on DVD. I have like all the Dirty Harry movies in a collection, but I kind of wanted to upgrade to Blu-ray. So there you go. Then I've got Uncle Buck and Fletch. These were both $5 a piece, so that's not too bad for two movies each. It's like $2.50 a piece, so it's a pretty good deal. Then these were all $2.99, so $3 a piece. Double feature right here of The Last Boy Scout and The Last Man Standing, so two Bruce Willis's last kind of movies, whatever. Analyze This and Analyze That. I remember really loving Analyze This and thinking Analyze That kind of sucked. But I will rewatch it. I just, I always laughed at the fact that, like, it's Robert De Niro playing his part from, like, Goodfellas and Casino and stuff, but making fun of it a little bit, like poking fun at himself and stuff. And that's awesome if somebody can actually do that. So here's Liam Neeson in Unknown and Mel Gibson in Edge of Darkness. I was almost just going to buy Unknown for $5. And then this came and I was like, for $3, I get both of these movies. And I haven't seen either one of them. And they both have like special features and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Then Too Fast, Too Furious. It's pretty cool. It's the second Fast and Furious. Also with some bonus features and stuff like commentary by John Singleton, who I did not realize until my friend pointed out to me. I did not realize he was in it. There's, oh wow. Yeah, I've not seen this one. So Tyrese is in it. And I think he was in a bunch of them. Eva Mendes, but Vin Diesel didn't come back, I guess. I don't know. I don't really watch the Fast and Furious movies. I need to. I watched the first one years ago, but really not that into cars, so I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out at some point. Bulletproof. I love this movie. If you've not seen it, it's Adam Sandler and Damon Wayans, and Adam Sandler's a crook, criminal, and Damon Wayans is an undercover cop, and it becomes like this odd couple thing when he finds out that because they've been friends with each other while he's undercover and everything, and he's actually kind of grown attached to him. And then Damon Wayans has to reveal himself, and then the people are after Adam Sandler so that he would shut up and not tell who, not rat on who his boss is, which is James Caan. James Caan is so great. And he came back for That's My Boy, and I loved him in That's My Boy way better than Bulletproof, but I love Bulletproof better than That's My Boy as a movie. Fear with Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon. I forgot who else was in it. Alyssa Milano and William Peterson was the dad. This movie had some crazy scenes in it. I remember if you have not seen this movie, don't listen to the next or the next minute. But it has this scene with the dog's head coming through the doggy hole, and I'm a lover of animals. I love this little girl, and that scene almost turned me off the whole movie. Now I know, I mean, it's a fake dog head and stuff, but it looked like the dog and everything. I mean, it was creepy. So I almost got turned off from it. See, she's running away. She doesn't want anything to do with doggy heads going through doggy doors. Next is 5-year engagement. Okay, so I got this, even though I remember watching it going, it's okay. And it's not that funny. And I want to rewatch it because a lot of people say this movie is really good. And they think it's hilarious. And maybe I was not in the mood when I first watched it. So I'm going to give it another chance. Plus, it's a Judd Apatow produced it? I know it was done by, Judd Apatow produced it. Jason Segel, you know, it's basically their next movie after Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and I loved Forgetting Sarah Marshall. So I was like expecting this to be very much like Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and maybe it's got a couple things that's, you know, like the jokes are a little similar, but not really. Like this is its own movie, and you know, I kind of want to check it out. It's funny because Jason Segel made Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and people thought, oh, this is kind of his, because he broke up with his girlfriend that he had for like 5 years, Linda Cardellini, who I've loved from like Freaks and Geeks and Dead Man on Campus and tons of other movies I've seen her in. Well, she's in the Scooby-Doo movies, but, you know, can't fault her on that. You know, so she and him broke up, and he wrote Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Then he made this 5-year engagement. I'm wondering if it had a little bit, because 5-year engagement, and he was actually with her for 5 years. It's crazy. The Immortals. So there you go. That is yeah, it looks kind of like 300 kind of thing. I don't know, maybe Spartanish. It looks okay. Looks entertaining. I have not seen it yet. I'll see it soon. All right, so I got these two, which is In the Name of the King 2 and In the Name of the King 3. And I don't have In the Name of the King 1, which I need. And this one has Dolph Lundgren. So, like, how awesome is that? Like, Dolph Lundgren is perfect in, like, these kind of movies. And then there's Dominic Purcell, who's in tons of stuff now. So I'm really, you know, interested to see, like, you know, what these are like. I know, yeah, director's commentary. Oh, there's writer's commentary too. Director's commentary. These were made by Uwe Boll. If you don't know who Uwe Boll is, oh my God, he's a horrible, horrible director. But you know, he's German, and he thinks and makes these video game movies, and who cares? They're just fun and goofy and silly and, like I said, fun. All right, so I got Joy, which I liked a lot better than American Hustle. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, that's blasphemous to say. But I don't know why I did not like American Hustle. I could not get into that movie. I need to rewatch it at some point. But right now I need to take a break from trying to watch it because I just could not. I did not like any of the characters. I just felt like the characters were, like I just didn't care, like, about them. But Joy, I really cared about Jennifer Lawrence. I loved Robert De Niro, Bradley Cooper. Though Bradley Cooper kind of, like, his role was very small in this one. But I really liked it. I thought it was a really good, interesting, based on a true story kind of movie. Meet the Fockers, which I just watched for the first time recently. I watched it on Netflix, and I had not seen Meet the Fockers, and I still haven't seen Little Fockers. Mainly because I liked Meet the Parents, and I was afraid Meet the Fockers would just suck and kind of ruin Meet the Parents for me. I mean, I know I can still watch Meet the Parents, and still it's a movie, but then, you know, you see continuation, and, you know, and honestly, I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, it was very much like a sequel to Meet the Parents. The only thing, I mean, I thought at the end of Meet the Parents, like, Jack's character, which is or Jack, who's Robert De Niro's character, would have kind of learned something, but he really didn't, and he's kind of the same character again. It's just like, okay, so I don't know. I'm not kind of looking forward to someday watching Little Fockers just because I want to see what they do with kids and stuff, but yeah. And I need to get Meet the Parents on Blu-ray too. Our Wild Hearts, which I have on DVD, but I did not have on Blu-ray yet, and it looks okay. It's got Ricky Schroeder in it, and Martin Kove, and apparently a bunch of Schroeders, because it's directed by Ricky Schroeder. So it's a horse movie. Am I gonna really like it? Is it gonna be something for me? Probably not. But it seems like something that, whoa, what happened to it? Holy shit! I didn't even realize that. Look at that. It's really right there. It's like got a hole right there. I don't know how the hell that happened, but good lord. Oh well. It's not a movie I really care, or whatever, that kind of thing. Ugh. Then I got another Liam Neeson movie, Run All Night. I've been wanting to see this too. Looks really good. It's got like Vincent D'Onofrio, Nick Nolte, Bruce McGill, Genesis Rodriguez, Common, and Ed Harris. That's just a crazy. I don't know the director or anything, or the writer, but looks okay. Looks like a Liam Neeson movie. He usually makes kind of the same, he makes Taken type movies a lot. That looks like it might not be Taken. Actually, from the cover, it looks more like Smokin' Aces or something. So I don't know if this is anything like that. But I guess we'll find out when I watch it someday. Okay, so Something Borrowed, which has Kate Hudson, Jennifer Goodwin, John Krasinski, and Colin Egglesfield. I feel like sometimes it's good to have like date movies, especially like chick flicks, especially if I plan to ever like watch it with a chick or something. So, something kind of nice to have. I always like Kate Hudson. I've liked her ever since I saw Almost Famous. I fell in love with her as Penny Lane, so I can't wait to see it. I just watched John Krasinski's new movie, A Quiet Place, and that movie just blew me away. And the crazy thing was, like, I had these high expectations from the very beginning because everybody said it was a great movie. And I was like, oh man, it's not going to live up to this hype. It absolutely did. It lived up to its hype. It had some amazing scenes. All this, you got to watch it on Dolby Surround sound because the sound is just awesome. So I can't wait to one day own that. But right now, I just rented it from Redbox. But Something Borrowed. Okay, this I just got the other day. Just Space Warriors. It seems like maybe it's a Christian movie or something because it's got like featuring music by Toby Mac, who is in like DC Talk and stuff. I don't really like movies that like they go featuring music by, like that means like they pick those music artists just for this particular thing, so it's going to be like centered around the music instead of centered around the story. But we'll see. It's from the director Soul Surfer, which I've heard of but never seen. It's got Dermot Mulroney, Thomas Horn, Mira Sorvino, Danny Glover, and Josh Lucas. Not a bad cast, especially Danny Glover. It's always nice to see him in a movie. I hope he ever does, like, I know they did It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, did Lethal Weapon 5, but it would be nice if they did another Lethal Weapon 5 and so that he can keep saying, man, I really am too old for this shit. Can't say that in this movie, I guess. It's a family film. Alright, I got this as well, Terminator Salvation, because I plan to rewatch and rank the Terminator movies. I have not actually seen this one, but I know like it's illustrious for the Christian Bale blow-up thing that happened on it. I kind of feel bad for that DP because like the camera guy, because like no matter what, he's always going to be remembered for that. You know, like people are like, oh, you were the guy that was, and you know, and that got yelled at by Christian Bale, like publicly. It's all out there and everything. So it's kind of embarrassing, especially when he didn't do anything wrong. Doesn't have. It says director Mick G hosts a riveting probe in the world of Terminator Salvation. While you watch the movie, picture-in-picture, was it picture-in-picture commentary? I don't know. I would love to see commentary and stuff on this. It looks cool. It's got both oh, cool. It's got the director's cut on one disc and the other movie on the other. Well, that's cool. I didn't even know that. Awesome. So I can watch the director's cut if I want, or I can watch the theatrical. I think all movies that have like director's cuts or whatever should have both. But I guess that would be more money or something. I don't know. Whatever. Walking with Dinosaurs is the last one. So that was all the not last one period, but that's the last one of the 7-Eleven. So those are all $3. I've been kind of wanting to see this. Looks kind of cute. With the voice of like John Leguizamo and Justin Long and people like that. So yeah, looks kind of interesting. All right, so my last ones are from Best Buy. So I got these here. Okay, I'm gonna go through all the $6.99 ones first. So these are all the ones that cost $5.99. So they cost $6. So here you go. First is the Prestige, which I have not completed my Christopher Nolan collection yet. I still need like Following, which I believe is on Criterion, Memento, which I believe deserves to be a Criterion. Then I need Insomnia, so I need the first like 3 on Blu-ray that he's done, and I think I need Interstellar, and that might be it. Because I've got Dunkirk, and I've got all 3 Batman movies. Though I need Dark Knight Rises on Steelbook, because I've got Dark Knight and Batman Begins on Steelbook. So anyway, there you go. Prestige. The Lost City of Z, which is Charlie Hunnam thing. I don't know. I saw it for $5.99. It's like $6. Looks pretty decent. I mean, I don't know. It may be great. It may be boring. I guess we'll find out what I think later. I'm not going to do like a review of it, but I may talk about it at some point or something. Rio Bravo. Quentin Tarantino talks about this movie all the time. It's like one of his favorites. And I think they even mentioned it in Get Shorty, and that's what like made me go, you know what, I'll pick it up. I still need, there's 2 other ones that like are also directed by Howard Hawks and written by Lee Brackett, who I guess was a friend of John Carpenter's, because if you ever watch, there's Sheriff Brackett from Halloween in the first original Halloween, I think also in the Halloween remake, but Sheriff Brackett is Sheriff Lee Brackett, which was a reference to Lee Brackett from the writer. I think it was a she. Here's another Christian. Wow, there's been 3 Christian Bale movies, if not more. More? No, I think there was only 3. 3 Christian Bale movies that I got, and another one is Out of the Furnace. I think this is from like 2013. I want to say. And it looks okay. I mean, it's got Christian Bale, Woody Harrelson, Casey Affleck, Forrest Whitaker, Willem Dafoe, Zoe Saldana, and Sam Shepard. So, looks okay. I mean, looks like a revenge movie. Not too bad. And then Wish Upon. Wish Upon, it's got the director's unrated cut, and it's got the DVD and the Blu-ray. But it's honestly, I don't care either way. about it. Like, I'll watch it because it's a horror film, and it's getting to be like horror. It's going to be about fall soon, so having a bunch of new horror films I haven't seen yet will be fun to watch. But honestly, I'm not expecting much from it. All right, so those were all my $6 ones. Here is my $8 one. So it was Life, which I just watched today and loved. I love this movie, and this is going to be blasphemous to say too, but I think I enjoyed it more than Alien. Alien, I think, suffered from like kind of, to me, slow parts that didn't excite me as much. This movie kept my interest like the whole time, so I really liked it. So I enjoyed this. I think the ending is really great. I think they set it up where they could do Life 2 if they wanted to, but I'm guessing they won't. And it's got some great special features that talk about the inside of it all, and so I think that's pretty cool. So that's $8, and this is, let's see, this one's $9. All right, so the last two are steelbooks from Best Buy, because each month I want to try to get my steelbook collection. So next month, and end of September, you'll see hopefully 4 steelbooks on the next one, but I guess we'll see. The next one is Independence Day, ID4. Honestly, I have not seen this movie in forever, but I remember going to the theater and watching it when I was like visiting my aunt down in Florida, and so I remember seeing this in the theater and being like blown away, like literally blown away by this stuff. And I saw this at Best Buy, and I was like, if I get a chance to pick it up, like if it's there to today, I'm gonna pick it up. And I picked it up, and I'm very, very happy I did, because it's one I'm excited to rewatch. Just wanted to rewatch it on Independence Day, but I didn't have it. I didn't own it yet. So I definitely will on the next Independence Day. I'll watch it. I'll probably watch it before then too. And last, but definitely not least, in fact, probably the not leastest of them all, Speed on Steelbook. So Best Buy released a few steelbooks recently, and this was $13. That Independence Day one was cheaper because it was, I think, a little older. This one is not. Look at that. Pop Quiz Hot Shot with the remote and everything. That's just awesome. And I mean, it just looks beautiful inside. Open this up. I don't want to hurt this thing. Okay, just be very careful. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. Sandra Bullock in her first like big role, and Keanu Reeves. So wait, is that the second Keanu Reeves thing I got? Yeah, so the Keanu Reeves thing too. I realized I got a lot of like the same people. Like I got Robert De Niro stuff. I got Christian Bale. I got Keanu Reeves and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited. The Independence Day one is pretty cool too, because it's got the spaceship, and then it's got both these. I'm pretty sure there's something in there too. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. Just excited to have these. Well, that's it. This has been a long-ass video. So I guess this is a great welcome back to the show. If you guys enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Also, do like a notification bell thing that you're doing nowadays. Also, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I have about 50 subscribers now, which isn't a lot, but isn't, I could have less. So I'm very happy. If you guys are checking this out, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think you guys are awesome. and I can't wait to share the rest of what I keep getting each month. But I'm also going to do other videos. So the plan is this is being released tomorrow, which would be Saturday, and then after that, Tuesday. So it'd be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm gonna put out a video. Don't know what it'll be yet exactly. There's gonna be some videos that are gonna be maybe review videos, some ones where I'm just gonna be talking about the different Blu-rays I enjoy, the movies I enjoy, whatever, things like that. Movies I wish would come on Blu-ray that haven't came on Blu-ray yet. Things like that. So there's gonna be tons of like things popping up, but this is my welcome back video. I appreciate everybody, and I'm so glad you guys were able to check this out, and hope you guys enjoyed it, and keep checking back. Subscribe so that you guys will get it. You guys will get notified. No, it is almost like, I think it's almost like 1 o'clock here. So no, it's not that late, but you know, it's late right now, like maybe midnight. I am tired, and so I'm not making any sense. But thank you guys so much for checking this out. Hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like and comment. Let me know if you have any of these movies. And if you do, let me know about them. Like, tell me what you guys think. Especially these independent ones like Gravy or Birdemic. Do you guys actually own those? Birdemic, a lot of people won't buy on Blu-ray. I think that's why it hadn't gotten bought yet. So, but I'm excited to rewatch it. Because it's so bad. It's so bad. But it's going to be fun. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for checking this out. Hope you enjoy it. Bye.